not sure if you guys can see this little dark green line right here or not, but right here I have a irrigation line that I ran another zone for my sprinkling system to cover this section. And this little trench that I filled in with grass and seeded in the spring has kind of settled down a little bit. I want to fill that in with sand. I'm going to show you that process of how I do that. So right here I have a little sand pile stash that I've been using for a couple of years. It's starting to kind of come overgrown with weeds. But this is the sand that I'm going to use for the front. So here's the strip that I've got right here that I want to level with sand. First thing you got to do is spread out the sand. So I'm going to do that with a shovel and then rake it in. So once you get the sand kind of spread out on the trench, what you want to do is use a landscape rake or a broom or something just to spread it out really good and even like this. I like to use the flat side of the rake. Works pretty well. So what you want to do with the sand, you just want to keep going back and forth, over and over and over with the rake, working the sand down into the canopy of the grass and ultimately down into the trench. So once you can kind of get it spread out a little bit, this is a really good tool to be able to get the sand work down into the grass so it doesn't suffocate. If you leave the grass like this with Kentucky bluegrass with sand on it, it'll kind of suffocate the grass a little bit if you leave the sand too thick. But this works really good on kind of working it down into the surface of the soil, like this. So you just want to go back and forth from the rake to the broom, the rake and the broom, till eventually the sand kind of disappears. And as it dries out, you can keep going over it with the broom and it'll just fall down into the holes where the low spots are. And that's pretty much it. It's a quick and easy way to level small spots. If you want to do a big lawn, you need a lot more sand and a big drag device behind a four-wheeler or ATV or a lawn tractor or something. So that's pretty much what I have for you today.